Imagine a world with no cars, no highways, no fuel stations. Just horses, carriages, and endless dirt roads. Now imagine, one invention changes everything. In 1886, a German engineer named Karl Benz created something that would transform human civilization forever. The Benz Patent-Motorwagen, the world's very first car. Back in the 1800s, transportation was painfully slow. Horse-drawn carriages were the only option, but they were expensive to maintain, limited in speed, and cities were becoming crowded with horse traffic. Inventors around the world were searching for an alternative, but it was Karl Benz who would finally make the breakthrough. Karl Benz was a mechanical engineer from Germany. Since childhood, he was fascinated with engines and machines. In 1871, he co-founded a company called Benz & C. There, he started working on a dream project, a horseless carriage powered by a gasoline engine. For years, Karl struggled. Engines were noisy, unstable, and unreliable, but he kept improving his design, determined to create a vehicle that could actually move on its own. Finally, in 1886, Karl Benz unveiled the Benz Patent-Motorwagen. It had 3 wheels, a lightweight steel frame, a single-cylinder 0.75 horsepower engine, and a top speed of about 16 kilometers per hour. By today's standards, it was extremely slow, but back then, it was revolutionary. The first time the motor wagon drove down the street, people were shocked. Some were curious, some were scared. Many even laughed at Karl Benz, calling his invention a noisy toy. But there was one person who believed in this invention, Karl's wife, Bertha Benz. She understood that people would never accept the motor wagon unless they saw it in action. So, one morning in 1888, without telling her husband, Bertha took the motor wagon and started a journey from Mannheim to her mother's house in Pforzheim, a distance of 106 kilometers. She became the first person in history to complete a long-distance car journey. Along the way, Bertha had to stop at a pharmacy to buy fuel, making it the world's first gas station, fix the car's chain with her hairpin, repair the fuel line using her garter. This wasn't just a journey. It was a demonstration of courage, skill, and determination. Her trip proved that the motor wagon wasn't just an invention, it was the future. After Bertha's historic drive, people finally started paying attention. Orders began to come in. The automobile industry was born. Over the next decades, the motor wagon evolved into faster, safer, and more powerful cars. Ford would later introduce mass production. Other brands like Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, and Volkswagen would follow. But the foundation of all these cars traces back to Karl Benz's 1886 invention. Today, the original Benz Patent-Motorwagen is displayed in museums across the world, and Bertha Benz is remembered as the first true driver in history. Think about it. Every car on the road today, whether it's a Ferrari, a Tesla, or even your family car, is a descendant of that little 3-wheeled machine built in 1886. So the next time you start your car, remember the names Karl and Bertha Benz, the pioneers who gave us the freedom of modern travel. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button, subscribe to GearTales, and stay tuned, because this is just episode 1 of our journey into the history of legendary cars.